Hello everyone, welcome back to Dugout Daily. I'm Charlie and today we have another video. This time we are previewing the match where reigning champions Manchester City travel to Villa Park to test our mettle against the high-flying Aston Villa on Wednesday as we seek to avoid a fourth successive game without a win in the Premier League. Only a point separates these two sides in the top flight table, with the Citizens in third, sitting just ahead of the Lions in fourth after 14 matches. Aston Villa's four-game winning streak in all competitions was brought to an end last weekend as they came from behind twice to salvage a 2-2 draw with Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. Leon Bailey cancelled out an early opener from Antoine Semenyo before Dominic Solanke put Bournemouth back in front shortly after half-time, but Villa's star man Ollie Watkins came to the rescue when he netted the 90th minute equaliser, which was his third league goal in as many games and his eighth, in the top flight this season, to ensure that Unai Emery's men came away from the South Coast with a point. Despite the draw, Villa still find themselves in the Champions League positions, but defeat on Wednesday against Manchester City could see them slip down to sixth in the table if both fourth place Tottenham Hotspur and fifth place Newcastle United win their next games on Thursday. After back-to-back league fixtures away from home, the Lions will return to Villa Park, where they have enjoyed an exceptional run of form, winning 17 of their last 18 home matches across all competitions, a 2-1 defeat to Everton in the EFL Cup in September being the only blot on their copybook. Spirits are understandably high within the Villa camp, but their record against Manchester City leaves little to be desired heading into Wednesday's contest, as they have failed to win any of their last 13 Premier League meetings with the Citizens since a 3-2 home win in September 2013. Villa have also won only one of their last 12 top-flight games played on a Wednesday. The first time since 2017, Manchester City have put together a three-game winless run in the Premier League after playing out three successive draws against Chelsea, Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur, despite leading in all three matches. The Citizens were forced to settle for just a point in a thrilling 3-3 draw at home against Spurs last weekend after Dejan Kulusevski netted a 90th minute equaliser before the game concluded in controversial fashion when referee Simon Hooper blew his whistle for a foul on Erling Haaland, sparking an angry response from the home side as it denied Jack Grealish the chance to run through on goal in stoppage time. Nevertheless, defensive frailties have proved costly for Pep Guardiola's side, who sit 6 points adrift, of league leaders Arsenal, as we have conceded 10 goals in our last four matches across all competitions, while we've only kept 5 clean sheets in 21 competitive matches this season. Wednesday's encounter with Villa arguably represents the most challenging fixture for Manchester City for the remainder of 2023, but we have had plenty of success against the Lions in recent years, winning 10 of our last 11 meetings by an aggregate score of 32-8. Manchester City have scored at least once in 17 of our last 18 Premier League games against Villa, netting 48 in total, but the goal in our last visit to Villa Park wasn't enough to claim maximum points as the hosts rescued a 1-1 draw in September 2022, courtesy of a Leon Bailey equaliser. So the form for both sides, starting with Aston Villa, in their last 6 Premier League games, they've won 2, lost 1, then won another 2 and drew. And they're in their last 6 in all competitions, they lost 1, won 4, and then drew 1. Manchester City in our last 6 Premier League games have won 3 and drew 3, and our form in our last 6 in all competitions is 2 wins, 2 draws, a win and a draw. That was in our last 6 games in all competitions. Aston Villa are still having to cope without the injured trio Bertrand Traore with a muscle injury, and Emiliano Buendia and Tyrone Mings both with knee injuries, but Boubacar Kamara is available to return after serving a one-match ban last weekend. Kamara could replace Yuri Tielemans in the first 11 and partner former Manchester City man Douglas Luiz in central midfield, with John McGinn set to continue on the left as Bailey hopes to retain his spot on the right after scoring against Bournemouth. Moussa Diaby, who came off the bench to set up Watkins' equaliser against the Cherries, will be looking to force his way back into the lineup ahead of either Bailey or Nicolo Zaniolo, while Emery will ponder whether to stick with Everton Konsa at right back or recall Matty Cash. As for Manchester City, Rodri and ex-Villa man Grealish are both ruled out for a suspension due to an accumulation of yellow cards, while Jeremy Doku with a leg injury and Mateus Nunes with a muscle injury will both be assessed ahead of kick-off. Kevin De Bruyne, meanwhile, remains out with a long-term hamstring injury. The absence of Rodri could see Mateo Kovacic deputising a deep-lying midfield role alongside Manuel Akanji, but John Stones is back in contention to start and could return in midfield, while Rico Lewis, Bernardo Silva and Calvin Phillips are other options at Guardiola's disposal. The potential absence of Doku could see Phil Foden move over to the left and Bernardo operate on the right, while Erling Haaland, who scored in the aforementioned 1-1 draw at Villa Park last season, is set to lead the line, although even though he was at risk of an FA charge following a social media post after the draw with Spurs. So the predicted teams then, starting with Aston Villa, I've gone with Martinez in goal, Concert, Carlos, Torres and Digne as a back four, with Bailey, Kamara, Luiz and McGinn in midfield, Diaby and Watkins in attack. And the predicted team for Manchester City is Ederson in goal, Walker, Diaz and Ake as a back three, with Akanji and Kovacic in midfield, Foden, Alvarez, Bernardo and Doku behind Haaland in attack. No Premier League team have scored more goals this season than Manchester City and Aston Villa, with 36 and 33 respectively, who are both set to view Wednesday's intriguing match as a challenging one in their quest to return to winning ways. Villa have every right to feel optimistic of success considering their outstanding home form, but if any team had to burst their bubble, it could well be Manchester City, who boast a strong head-to-head record in this fixture and will be fired up to make amends following our recent dip in form. So I predict this game will finish Aston Villa 1, Manchester City 2. So that is it for this video then. Everybody, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Dugout Daily, the football channel. Hit the Apex F1 channel and at MCFC Hips on Twitter. Everybody, thank you all so much for watching and we'll speak to you all soon. Take care and goodbye for now.